Hi there YouTube, this is Tycooner Steve coming back with another Let's Play. Pretty quick after the end of the last one. I said I would be back really quick, and it was actually a little quicker than I expected because I wasn't overly happy with the way the last one ended. Just to let you know, the main focus of this episode is we're going to be using this big blank area here to put in another animal exhibit that goes with our farm display. We're going to put in some moo-cows. Because what good is a farm if it doesn't have any cows on it? But as I was saying, I was a little unhappy with the way the last Let's Play ended, because I got kind of the basics down. I put up all the fencing, I got the animals in, but I try to keep these videos under 30 minutes in length. That one was coming up against the time, and so I just kind of cut it off. I didn't get a chance to go through, finish off the roofing on the displays, put up all the plants and everything I wanted to. So I wanted to get this one out quickly so I wasn't leaving everyone with a half-finished display. And I swear to you, I have some moo-cows. There they are. And I don't know why I call them moo-cows. I know they're just cows. I've always called them moo-cows ever since I was a little kid, so they're in my zoo. They're moo-cows. You're just going to have to live with it. But let's go ahead and do their display first, and then we're going to go through and sort of fix up our entire farm exhibit before we move on. So I'm going to use the rope fence again. It's the same fence I used for the piggies. Again, it's not as I mentioned in the last Let's Play, it's not the most accurate to what you would actually find on a farm, but you can see the animals much better than I think you would a more natural fence like that. Well, I guess fences aren't natural. They don't spring into existence out of nothing, but a more traditional, let's say, a more traditional wood fence like the one I'm putting down. I am going to use this wood fence as a background, though, because that'll make it look more like a farm. Even though it's not the entire fence, it'll still give that illusion a little better than putting the rope fence all the way around the moo-cows. Okay. And let's grab a shelter for the moo-cows. Based on the shelters they use, I'm almost positive that these moo-cows are just modified bison is how they came into existence, but that's okay. And this might look a little strange to you if you haven't done my Let's Play before. I should say that my policy is, if the animal has a shelter that they need in order to feel that their privacy needs are being felt, I'll put the shelter in, and then I'll just kind of hide it in an actual building I'm making. So in this case, I'll put the small wooden stable in, and now I'm just going to put a 3-high barn around it using those whitewash fences I was using last time. So it kind of gets the best of both worlds. The animals are happy, the guests are happy because the animals are happy, and I'm happy because it actually looks like a well-made display. And let's see here. Just slap down. I'm not going to have too many cows, so I think a single water trough is going to be fine. I'm going to get a little decorative with their food, though, because I have these hay bales. They come from... Don't tell me. They come from... Oh, they come from Ruben and Sophie's Designs. I've mentioned them a lot before because I use them a lot as a modder. The description, or the link is in my description box if you can't find it. If you're interested in Zoo Tycoon at all, please check them out because they do really good, amazing, well-working work. And I think I'll use a substrate pile and a scratching post. Okay, so I've got all the basics in, and I'm going to use these trembling aspen trees as kind of the main high tree in our farmland here. That's what I'll call it, the farmland. Instead of the more traditional English oaks that I've been using elsewhere. And these orange trees are going to kind of fill in the same hole that our Russian thistles were in the main part of the zoo. They're kind of a mid-level plant that I can stick in there, and it's going to look great. And so just putting trees, let's slap down a big rock. It doesn't really make sense that there'd be a big rock there, but whatever. I'll use the English oaks back here a little further because that's still going to be the background for the entire zoo, so that's going to look fine. I guess if the rock was that big, the farmer probably wouldn't be able to move it, so I guess that works. And now, before I forget, let me put in a gate. so our zookeeper can get in. Poor zookeeper Odell is still living inside the crocodile exhibit. We wish her well. And let's go ahead and put the roof on. And yeah, I'm going to keep the exact same roofing pattern I did for like the chicken coop earlier. I'll make that the standard for everything with this. Again, I think it's an Australian set I got it from. Although it doesn't look particularly Australian-y. So, and this is just going to be the basic roof. You just kind of line up your edges here. And we'll do this on both sides. In fact, I'll cut here, I think. Yeah, okay. So I put in a cut there just because this is going to be a longer one like the last one, and I do want to save time. I'm guaranteeing to finish both the cows and the exhibits I started last time, all dressed up with all of the various sundry, like these beautiful butterfly weeds. These are actually Zoo Tycoon content, I think. They come right with the game, and I think they look great. I really wish more people would use them. I've never seen them. As far as I know, I've never actually seen them. The big blue stems, those are, yeah, I think those are Zoo Tycoon content as well. I'm just going to mix them in here just so it's not all the weeds, the butterfly weeds, but I'm not as big a fan of them. I can understand why people use them, but seriously, you're making a zoo, particularly making a grassland display, try the butterfly weeds. You're going to be impressed. And let me just go ahead and I'm going to just paint this all in as dirt. And then I'm going to go back here and put grass down on the areas where I don't think the cows will travel quite as much. Like I'm going to leave this area here around the actual water trough dirt, but then I'll paint in the areas around, and obviously around the hay they're going to need. Since I'm hiding that substrate, I'll paint that in grass, but obviously around the hay where they're going to want to walk a lot, I'll put some back here with that, but I'm going to leave the rest dirt. And so yeah, that's a really simple exhibit, but I think it's the right size to fill in that area. Here is our new zookeeper for it. This is Keeper Regal? I don't know why their names are never Bob. Their default names are always like really weird, like German or Dutch names. I'm not sure which. But whatever. He can whatever his name is in charge of our Moo-cows. I'm going to put in 2 males and 2 females. So that's probably as big as I'd let the herd get, because it's not a huge display, but I think it'll be big enough for them. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they're based off the American bison and they've just been modded. And one of the things I really like about the American bison is that even though they're a large animal, they don't actually need much room. That's why I tend to do them a lot. It's why one of the first videos I did for YouTube was an example of an American bison tutorial. And the cows are going to work by the same principle. Let me just continue these flower patches, because if this was real life, that butterfly weed would not stop at the fence. It would continue wherever the seeds went. So that's one way to make it look a little more realistic, is kind of have those flower patches passing through the fence area. And we'll take a look here in guest mode. Oh, they're wagging their tails. Look like some happy moo-cows. Walking around. Going to get their water. Very good. Yeah, that looks really nice back there. Really filled in by putting those trees in. And so now we should turn our attention to fixing what I left sort of half finished last time. Particularly this big barn where we put in our pigs and a couple different sheep and goat species. And I did have to think about what I wanted to do with the barn here to make it look a little different. Is I'm going to have, how do I say it? I'm going to have a roof going 2 ways. Like, the roof that's going to go over this entrance is going to be angled up like these paths I'm putting in. So it comes to a point right over that walkway. But I'm going to have the fences that begin where that water trough is on the left go like back to front towards the point. I'm trying to think of a way to explain this better. Me no good with words and stuff. But, well, here, let me just show you. I'll show you, and then hopefully the words will come so I won't sound like an idiot the entire time I'm doing it, and just at the beginning. So this front area, we want, oh, no, I didn't line that up right. But this front area, we want it to come to a point over the walkway. So nice, just a triangle there, like that. That's good. And we'll get the point coming up from the other side. Nope, this time I did it too far away. I guess I'm not very good at this. And yeah, okay. So that lines up fine. And we'll just have them intersect for a second here, because I'm going to delete that. Alright. So, and I'll get rid of everything here that I don't actually want so you can see it really well. And okay, so that part's going to go like that, but the part that's over the feeding areas for the pigs and the 2 water areas for the goats, I still did not line that up right. I am really bad at this. Okay, let's give it a, third time pays for all. Oh my goodness, I still got it wrong. That went too far deep. Yes, there we go, okay. And it's going to go like this, towards the back. Is that high enough? Not sure. Oh, okay. I have a little think there. This is the actual height it needs to be. It needs to be, how high is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. It needs to be 6 high in order for this to work, because it needs to be flush with the top point of that triangle we made first. So, obviously, like I was saying before, and I'll show you here, for this section, we're just going to bring it down. Just like a straight roof, just like we did with the cow barn earlier. There's nothing special going on here. We're just going to make it as plain as can be with the top area being flat. It's actually going to be too wide. I just put 1 because I was just getting the height. But that area is going to be like that. We'll let it go for now. But now I'm going to mold the front area that's going in a different direction into the back area. And I'm going to show you how to do that if I could ever, just one time, get this lined up correctly. Okay, that's correct at least. So let's go ahead and put this one in. And get rid of the stuff I don't want, because that's going to make it easier to do this a little bit later. It's going to make the next step easier at least. And who says I can get this on the first try? I can do it. I can. Oh! Yes, yes, I did it. Hooray! I am Stephen Ford, master of guessing the place to start an elevated path. That's what I am. That's my zoo tycooning skill. Other people are much better at other things. I can line up a place to start a wooden elevated path once out of every 6 times. And that's the kind of quality you get here. So let's just lay down this bridge here so I can use it as a place to set the downward path for the other side. Like so. And I did it 3 deep specifically because 3 deep is what lined up with that flat area I'd already put in. So now I'm going to get rid of these excess things that are just kind of hanging over because I went too far or whatever. And let me zoom in to get a better look. And the real trick here is I need to take out a diagonal section from this roof. Like that. And I need to do it going both ways. And you'll see why in just a second. Let me turn here so I can get... Well, here, let me just put this in. Okay, so you bring it down 1, and you see it just kind of molds together. Even though they're going different ways, the simulator can still mesh those paths. So that way you can get a lot more interesting roofs. This is how you can do corners with your roofs or triangles. I just thought that this would be a good opportunity to show you how to do that. And it's going to look great in our barn, I think. Let me get rid of this extra crap here. We don't need this. Just make it flush with where the fence is. And that's going to be the basic look for our barn. I think I'm just going to set the rest of it down. Well, here, let's do this part first. Okay. So, what I did was turn down the opaqueness of our elevated paths so I could see through them, and I'm going to delete anything that's like hanging below. And oh, that's weird. I got that bar going across there. Maybe I put in a floating rail by accident with the old floating rail tick. The game is paused is probably what happens. Let me set down our new path and unpause and delete it to get rid of that floating bar. Except that floating bar is still there. Huh. Okay, I'll check it here in a second. Right now, let me just take care of the things I know I can take care of. like, yeah, turn down the opaqueness and get rid of these ones that are not where they should be. And I think what I'm going to do here is fling ourselves into guest mode real quick so I can see exactly what's still hanging down there. Okay, so I've got two of those. It looks like two on the sides here and two in the middle that are slightly different heights. So let's turn down and pause. I can only kind of see them, but they're hanging underneath there. Okay, those were the... well, here, if I can get rid of it. Nope, a little off. There we go. Okay, so those were the two on the sides. And we'll just turn it up here and get rid of the two in the middle. Nope. Huh. I only saw the bar when I went down to... maybe I can see it if I come back here. Nope. Can't see what's connecting to those bars. Yeah, they're just kind of hanging right there. Just floating, just there to make me upset. Huh. Okay, maybe I did put an elevated path in, so I will... okay, this is... I showed you how to do elevated paths in the first video. This is video 5. I'll show you how to delete them. What you do is attach another path to them, unpause the game, and then you can just delete, and it'll go around. Or not. Huh. So is it not a hanging path? Maybe I attach it to this side. That doesn't look right because it made it disappear when it's connected. So that makes me think that there is something actually there. But let's try it. Nope, it's still there. Okay. So how do I... oh! Well, is that right? Because it's... yeah, I think it's those. Let me zoom out here to see if I got the perspective right. Okay, yeah, I think they're actually from an angled path. So let me go up here. And okay, you see that little dot that's blinking? Let me pause it. See that dot that's blinking connected to the triangle? I need to get it like that, where it was just the dot that was blinking and not any of the triangles. And then I can just delete that and I'll make it go away. Nope, that wasn't it. I can't quite get it. Let me try switching angles. And what is it? Okay, I see it like right down the center, and the one I just highlighted are connected. So I need to find the pathway that connects those two. Now I can kind of see it. You can kind of see it's a half filled in triangle there. And that's what it is. It was a little weird, and I'm sorry for the problems. This video is probably already going to be long enough without me having to do this, but I'm going to leave it in because I think it's educative, and there we go. Got it lined up, deleted. I'll turn the opaqueness back to full and go down and check it out in guest mode, and beautiful. Perfect. That's the ticket right there. It's working great. Working great. And we'll okay, now I'm back in the river. I wanted to back onto our bridge and kind of get an idea of what's going to look like when we walk into the farmland. And it's looking pretty good. Okay, that did take a while, so I'm going to finish this roof, but I'm going to put another cut in. Sorry, that's just how I'm doing it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we finished off the roof there. Again, it was just a matter of making downward paths from that flat path I had put up. And let's move on now to modifying our sheep and goat area. I'm going to start by putting in a pond. You'll probably notice I haven't put in many ponds. I usually put in water troughs. Well, I did for the pigs, but that's because pigs like them all in water. But the reason I'm doing it here is because we put in several different species of goats and sheep, and that means there's probably going to be a lot of competition. So a single water trough or even two water troughs like I put in, you're probably going to have goats fighting over it all the time, and you're going to get the messages at the top saying they can't reach the water trough. So I'm going to try to circumvent that problem by putting in a pond, and you'll see I just put in some hills too, and smooth them out a little bit so it looks a little more natural, just to give it a little distinction, a little character in this exhibit. And throw down the dirt like before. Grab some of my much beloved butterfly weeds and do the little trick there. where I put them both inside and outside of the exhibits. And I'm not going to overdo this one with flowers. It is supposed to be a farm, so it's going to be kind of a mowed field. I'll let the butterfly weeds go. They are weeds. They just tend to pop up wherever they can get to. But I'm not going to kill myself putting in huge amounts of grass or anything here, because I think that's going to look more like an actual farm. And oh, look at those people enjoying their chickens. That's nice. Speaking of the chickens, I've got this large empty area here to the left of the chicken coop. It's not big enough to display, but I thought about what I was going to do with it, and I came up with what I think is brilliant. I'm going to grab a very special plant here. I'm going to grab our corn stalk, and I'm going to put in a little cornfield. And just put in a couple rows here. Try to keep them as straight as I can. It's one of the few times where I regret getting my no-grid hack, so I could place my plants everywhere, because it makes it a little more difficult to do things like this. But you know what? I don't really regret it, because if I had the grid still in act, I'd probably have to put the corn so far apart it wouldn't look good. So I'm probably complaining about nothing. This is probably better overall. But we'll just put in a couple rows here of a well-manicured cornfield. And let's see, how wide are we going to get? Because I don't want to run into the river there. I think that's wide enough. So what is that, 4, 5, 7 rows of corn? Okay, that's good enough for me. It looks like, well, obviously it's not big enough to be an actual cornfield, but I'm kind of happy with that size, because it looks like the size of cornfield you would see in like a petting zoo or something like that, where it's more like a glorified garden, because they don't want to, take up the time to grow an actual full crop. They just want enough there for the effect, and I think that's good. And now I'm going to change the bed of the corn to dirt. I don't really know why the corn changes it to grass, but I'm going to change that to dirt, and then I'm going to paint the area around our cornfield, and paint the area around our cornfield grass, just to make that stick out a little more. And some of my grass leaked in here, so let me re-dirtify that area. Re-dirtify. I'm coming up with all kinds of neat words today. So that'll fit in. I can't, like I said, squeeze in another animal I wouldn't want to try, but that fits the theme well. It makes it look pretty nice, I think. And while we're talking about making the thing look nice, I'm going to put a little... Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to put in here. First I'm going to make a circle in the path, though. Kind of highlight the fact that I'm doing... Well, I'm not going to make a circle because I'm running out of path here, so I'm going to have to put some path in the back. And that'll make it a circle. Let me just grab some more of that rounded corner sand path. And I think the river will conform to fit us, if I remember. Yeah, okay. And is that deep enough? Yeah, I'm okay having that one deep, I think. Yeah, one deep, because you can go around the circle either way, so it's not going to make me twitch. And let's turn around here and... Oh, that circle does not line up with the center. Oh, what the hey, guys? You sat there the whole time. You watched me make that circle. You knew I wanted it in the center, and you said nothing. You just led me to failure. I really feel you let me down here. I mean, come on. This is a team effort. Clearly we wanted the center circle, and you just sat back and laughed at me the whole time. I'm very disappointed. Okay, we fixed that. Circle is in the center. And the reason I wanted this is because I'm going to use... I think it's just down the way here a little bit. Yes. I'm going to use this nice windmill. This comes from, where is it? Slice's World of Imports. It's on the... Yeah, it's on the round table page that's linked in my description. If you just go there and go to their download section, you'll see that Slice's World of Imports has like 5 or 6 different downloads, and one of them has all these extra farms, like this big bale of hay, which I'm thinking about using here. But you know what? I'm not going to put the big bale of hay. I'm just going to block this off with our favorite English oaks, and then grab a little bamboo to hide that, just so you can't see through the farm area to look back at like the back of our ep.5 exhibit or the entrance of the zoo. Make it look a little nicer, I think. Okay. So, what's next? I promised myself I would not leave anything incomplete this one. So I think we need to turn our attention to our bridge, which is a little plain. And so what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to make it a covered bridge. So let me grab a wood and raise this thing up here to the right height. I think that's the right height, and bring it over. Oh, come on, don't fight me, don't fight me. I guess that's close enough. From there, and bring it out. Come on. You want to straighten. Very good. Alright, I can always delete. It's not challenge mode, I'm not being penalized for spending cash. And, oh, I did not even build it directly over the bridge, so this was a complete failure. Elevated paths have just been very much against me today. Oh, that one cooperated. And, well, this one, nope, that one did not. Oh, well. Get rid of what I don't need. And now I'll just do this as a downward path, so the whole thing will be covered with the same wood. So, and we'll flip around here and do it on the other side. Come on. Okay, there we go, and delete those little tail ends. And now we're just going to grab some railing to put on the bottom of that fence. That makes it match the top half there, so it's going to be the dark wood, which is... That's the light wood, right? Yeah, that's light wood. Which is usually what I use, but I went with dark wood this time. I don't know why. Probably not the best. Oh, I made that top path way higher. I thought it was only 3 high. But no, it is like up in the sky. Well, that was a mistake. How long is this video right now? Yeah, I'm really pushing it here, so let me put down the 3 highest guides here. Like so, and I'm going to leave the little middle area open so you can see. And... Whoop, no, it's not even going to let me, I can't do that. Okay, I decided, I kind of debated with myself, I put another little cut in there just because I was putting the same exact fence in I was putting before. But there we go. Now it's flush with the railing, so it's a nice covered fence. And for this middle area, we're going to go and grab... Oops, went past them. I'm going to grab some of these posts. It should be 3 high. And just put it in that, yeah, 3 high. And just put it in that center area. Make it look a little more ornate. A little nicer. And whip around. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Because it would be weird if we didn't. Come on, you can line up. Don't come. No, no. Almost. What? Why do you fight me? Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So a little covered bridge here coming off of our crocodile display. And let's finish off. We really didn't finish off the crocodile display because the area path leading out is not done. So let's do our traditional royal ferns and Russian thistles and English oaks. And I'm sure you've all seen it enough now, but whoop, don't want to put it on top of the bridge. That was probably a mistake. Probably doesn't go there. I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure. And grab another English oak, just so, again, I don't want people looking at, like, the back of the zoo entrance gates. And grab a little bit of bamboo, just to shield out that last bit of area there. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Yes. Oh, okay. I know. I'm not going to use that big bale of hay. I am going to take these hay bales, though. I think that's going to fill out this little area here near the river. Again, it's not big enough for the display. It's not big enough for even like a garden of tomato plants, which I have too. I'll probably put those down sometime. But I think they're going to fit there real nice and look real good. And so let's go ahead and put in our traditional path fences here. I tend to keep the path, even though we switched from the sort of main area to the farmland here, I'm still going to go with the low wooden bar fence. I like to keep those standard throughout the zoo, even if we're switching sort of our zones or territories or lands or whatever you want to call them. So we're going to use low wooden bar. And just wrap this baby around here. Again, if you're new, you'll notice that I am putting them one step away from the actual exhibits, just so it's more like a real zoo. Real zoos do that, so basically people don't actually bother the animals. And I think it just adds a nice little touch to your zoo. I highly recommend it to any aspiring zoo tycooners out there. Give it a try, see if you like it. Or maybe I'm completely wrong and it looks awful, and I'm the only idiot that does it, but I think it looks really good, and I encourage you to. And we'll walk around here, because I don't want any stupid people letting their kids swim in the river and drowning and suing our zoo, so we gotta do that. And I better put one around our windmill too, just in case. Okay. But since our windmill section off, let's go ahead and also add some more butterfly weeds. Yay! Butterfly weeds for everything. How is this looking? We'll grab some of these blue bug streams too, I think, and add one or two of those. Both here in the goat exhibit, just so it's not all one type of plant, which you would not actually see in nature. Plants tend to, as long as there's nutrients, different plants go in. That sentence came out half-worded and probably nonsensical, but I'm going to let it stand. Okay, so let's take a peek at what we did today. And I can tell you already this English oak is hanging a little more over the path than I would like it to, so let's move that back here. And there's that one royal fern that's sticking out too much. Let's get rid of that. And I now notice I didn't connect my fence to my bridge, so the idiots are still going to send their kids swimming and sue us, so let's fix that. Okay, into guest mode so we can walk around here. And I'm not liking the look of that bridge, honestly. I think it's a little too covered, actually. I think it might be restricting our views, because you can't really see the whole farmland. So despite the fact that we wasted time looking at that and redoing it, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. No, not all of it. In fact, you know what? I'm going to leave the top part covered and just remove these side sections, I think. So let's get rid of that. And then let's change the side railing to be uniform for the whole thing. Let's just find one that looks... Oh, let's just use this one here. It's going to look good. This cable fence. I actually really think this cable fence looks great. The reason I don't use it a lot is because it actually doesn't work in the zoo. For some reason, zoo guests can't see through it. So if you're just doing a show and tell zoo for looks, I would highly recommend it. It looks great. If you want your zoo to function, unfortunately, the cable fence looks great, does not actually work in your zoo. And so now I need to put in a few more posts. Oop, let's get this facing the correct way. So it looks like it's actually stable and the roof is not going to collapse in on our guest. Come on. You know you want to. Slide in there like a glove. Beautiful. And we'll do the same thing with this side. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm liking that. I think that's going to let you see more. It's also prompting me, I don't think I'll do it in this video because we are running very long, but I'll probably end up going back and like decorating in the river too. So there's like lily pads and maybe some koi fish or something in there, something neat to look at. But yeah, that's much better. Now I can actually see it. I can see our windmill. I can see the chickens, the moo-cows, the pigs up front, that nice roof we put on our barn. Okay, I'm going to eventually have to move that hay bale back a little bit. There's our corn patch, looking great. Chicken coop, excuse me, sir. Chicken's looking fine. Moo-cows mooing. Oh, I didn't even realize we had one that was brown and white. I thought they were all black and white, so you learn something new every day. And we'll go in here. No goats or sheep there. Pigs. Uh-oh. Oh, there's some pigs. Some pigs have come in for the water trough. So this would be like the up-close area where you can see them. And these black sheep. And some boar goats, and I forget what all the sheep are called, but they were in the last video, you can look them up. Windmill's looking great with our butterfly weeds. And, oh, the only thing I don't like right now is those hills. They're still a little too steep. So let me real quick grab our biomodification and smooth them out here. And I think that's going to be the last thing here, because we are already at 36 minutes plus. So yeah, I'm going to try to wrap this up as quickly as I can. But like I said, I'm okay going a little long because I feel like I cut that other one short. From now on, if I'm doing a new like big area like this, I'll limit myself to one animal species at a time putting in. So that way I can complete it all in one video. But there we go. That's most of farmland. I'm still probably going to put in... well here, before I go, I forget. I haven't done anything to accommodate the guest, and I'm getting a little red dot earlier saying that the guests were unhappy with the amusements. Let me throw in some amusement rocks here. Technically, those hail bays and the windmill are statues, so those will amuse guests too. But I've got this little sign here that says farm. I'll put that on the bridge coming into the area. And let me also set down some benches, because I don't think they've had a bench since our crocodile display. And I'll put... Now I haven't faced the barn. So I'll put 2 right here. And where else? I'll put 2 inside the main barn on either side of the walkway here. So let me do that. And also I haven't put in any donation boxes, which would be totally criminal if we were in our challenge mode. In fact, I'm not going to put one down for every display since we are in sandbox mode. I'm going to put one here in front of the chicken coop, and then I'm just going to put one inside the main barn that can kind of service for all the animals. And you know what? If I put that to the side here, I'm going to have enough room to put in also an educator podium and an educator. And that's something I really like to do. Again, that's because I mostly played challenge mode. I've mentioned that a lot, I know, but I think people that play challenge mode forget to put in educators. It really does drive up the donations that the exhibits in here get. Okay, but that's set now. And, ooh, this is a long one. Although most of the time is taking up with me complaining how long it is. But I'm going to finish up here, so let's get an aerial view of our now finished, well, not completely finished, but more complete farmland. We've got our moo-cows, I've got all of our chickens, all of our pigs, all of our goats happy. Thank you for watching this video. I do apologize for last time. I'm going to speed this up. If you like this, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see any animals in the future. If you've got any suggestions to improve a display I've seen now. Thank you so much. The next one probably won't be out as quick as this one, but yeah, I'll get to it as soon as I can. See you around. Thanks for watching.